When Sir Alex Ferguson stepped down after 26 years of reign, Manchester United was at the peak of English and European football. But how did the world's most successful club lose its direction and fall apart just because of one man's departure? Let's take a look together at how this empire was built and how it was later dismantled piece by piece. When Ferguson arrived, United hadn't won the league for 19 years. His early years were a nightmare. In 1989, with the team sitting 13th, fans were holding banners saying, "3 years of excuses and still rubbish. Goodbye, Fergie." But in 1990, a goal by Mark Robins in the FA Cup third round changed the course of football history and saved Ferguson's job. Ferguson began rebuilding the club from scratch. He got rid of undisciplined players and prioritized character over talent. In 1992, he signed Eric Cantona from Leeds United for £1.2 million. With his iconic raised collar, this arrogant Frenchman became the man who ended United's 26-year title drought. Soon after, Roy Keane joined for a British record £3.75 million and became the heart of midfield. But Ferguson's real genius was in the academy. The famous class of '92, once mocked with "you can't win anything with kids," became the backbone of the team, carrying it for years without expensive transfers. This perfect machine reached its peak in 1999, winning the Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League, becoming the first English team to achieve the treble. In the Champions League final, trailing 1-0 in the 90th minute, late goals from Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjær embodied Ferguson's never-give-up philosophy. In the 2000s, football began to change. Manchester City had Sheikh Mansour, Chelsea had Roman Abramovich. Football became a billionaire's game. United took a different path. In 2005, the American Glazer family bought the club for £790 million, but loaded the debt onto the club itself. A club that had been debt-free since 1931 suddenly became burdened with massive interest payments. Fans revolted. Campaigns like "We Hate Glazer" started, and even a new club, FC United of Manchester, was formed. So why didn't the team collapse? The answer was simple: Ferguson. With smart moves like signing Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney and Rio Ferdinand, he rebuilt the team. In 2008, United won another Champions League in Moscow. Despite over £1 billion being spent on interest payments during the Glazer era, Ferguson's genius masked the structural collapse. In 2013, Ferguson won his 13th Premier League title and retired, ending a legendary career with 38 trophies. Once he left, the truth was exposed. The club was left bare, fragile, and drowning in debt. David Gill stepped down and was replaced by Ed Woodward, a commercial genius, but someone who didn't understand football. Ferguson's chosen successor, David Moyes, couldn't handle the pressure. Failed transfer pursuits and panic-buying Fellaini for £27.5 million showed early signs of incompetence. Moyes finished 7th and was sacked after just 10 months. Then came Louis van Gaal. £250 million was spent, including Angel Di Maria, for a record £59.7 million. But he was sold at a loss a year later. Despite winning the FA Cup in 2016, Van Gaal was sacked the same day. Next came Jose Mourinho. With signings like Pogba, Ibrahimovic and Lukaku, he delivered the Europa League and League Cup. But his defensive style and public conflicts poisoned the team. He was sacked in December 2018. United had become a manager graveyard. Club legend Ole Gunnar Solskjær brought hope again. A miraculous win over PSG earned him the full-time job. Bruno Fernandes transformed the team. Big money was spent on Harry Maguire and Jadon Sancho, but Solskjær lacked elite tactical ability. United kept failing in finals, like the 2021 Europa League loss to Villarreal. Then came Cristiano Ronaldo's return in 2021. A romantic but disastrous move. It destroyed the team's tactical balance. While opponents ran, United stood still. After a humiliating 4-1 loss to Watford, Solskjær was sacked. Ralf Rangnick summarized it best: "This club needs open-heart surgery." He was right. Under the Glazers, infrastructure decayed. Even the stadium began to leak. Meanwhile, Manchester City under Guardiola reached new heights. United was still living in Ferguson's shadow. In 2022, Erik ten Hag arrived as the savior. He won the League Cup and secured Champions League qualification. But discipline issues, Ronaldo's exit, and Sancho's exile created chaos. Huge money was spent, £82 million on Antony alone. The result? One of the worst seasons in history. 8th place, negative goal difference, and last in the Champions League group. Even winning the 2024 FA Cup against City couldn't save him. He was sacked. In 2024, billionaire Jim Ratcliffe bought 27% of the club, aiming to rebuild it like Manchester City. Cost-cutting measures included firing 250 staff, even cutting Sir Alex Ferguson's ambassador salary. In November 2024, sporting manager Ruben Amorim was appointed, but his rigid 3-4-3 system didn't fit the squad. The result was disastrous 15th place in the Premier League, a 38.1% win rate, the worst in United history, and a Europa League final loss to Tottenham. After 14 months of chaos, he was sacked in January 2026. Michael Carrick stepped in as interim manager. He scrapped the complex system and returned players to their natural positions. Surprise wins against Arsenal and City lifted morale. Fans realized how effective returning to football basics could be. The last 10 years of Manchester United have been one of the most expensive collapses in football history. Over £1.1 billion spent on transfers. Players like Pogba, Antony, Maguire, Di Maria, and Sancho often failed to deliver. Meanwhile, Glazer imposed debts and dividends cost the club billions. Now under Ratcliffe, plans for a new stadium and modern academy are underway. But the real question remains, can Manchester United regain its soul as a football club? Or will it remain just a global brand, a shadow of its former glory? The theater of dreams awaits its next stars and its happy ending. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.